You're diving into Mindset Monday with Dave. We are currently working through a list of 15 different attributes that leaders need to be successful, and we're on number 3 today, which is integrity. And this is one I've always found a little tricky to describe because you know it when you see it, you know it when it's not there, but to describe it, I think can be difficult because there's so many things that go into someone who lives with integrity. So when you're asked to describe it, you think about, can you trust the person? I've always found a little funny, if you're in an interview and you're asked, how can you be trusted with confidential information or that kind of thing? It's always, I think, a little tricky to answer that without being like, well, let me tell you about the time I helped blah, 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 those kind of things. But within that, if you find the right way to phrase that for your situation or your career work, that helps show integrity, that you're able to, one, keep secrets and make sure if someone says this is confidential information, that you, of course, are treating it as confidential. Another aspect of integrity is when you say you're going to do something, you do it. And I think we live in a culture that is a very people-pleasing culture. So that gets a little tricky sometimes when you say yes, 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 and then, I've overcommitted, I've said too much, I can't fulfill these commitments anymore. That gets a little tricky. And then it's how you also treat people. Do you treat people with dignity and respect at all times? Are you living the golden rule, do unto others as if you would want them to do unto you? Those kind of things, I think, all define integrity. And then you have to look at whether, my role as an educator, okay, how am I treating the students that come in? How am I treating the teachers that work under me? How am I treating the families that are a part of our school system, part of our school culture? The coaches, the fans, the away team fans, the custodial staff, our IT guys, the random contractor that shows up to fix our plumbing, which we've had maybe an issue or two with. Those kind of things. It's all in how you treat it, and it becomes the sum of everything that you do. I forget which actor or leader it was that said, I treat the CEO as the same way and the janitor the exact same. I treat the CEO and the janitor the exact same. I try to subscribe to that within my leadership role, and really whoever you are, whatever you're coming here to do, try to treat you with integrity and try to live out the golden rule of kindness and servant leadership and all those different things. So you have to really maybe take an audit if you're struggling right now with either describing integrity in your realm or your workforce, or if maybe perhaps someone is challenged, are you living with integrity right now? Taking a step back and doing a reflective piece with that. I would recommend, if you are struggling with that, Michael Hyatt wrote a book about creating a life plan. And unfortunately, the name does escape me right now, but that book really helps frame out, okay, this is how I want to be remembered, this is how I want to live. And especially if integrity is one of those things, or fulfilling commitments right now is one of those things that you happen to be struggling with, take a deep dive into that book. It's only 10 chapters long, and it has a lot of great reflective content. It's very interactive because it gives you working steps to build your life plan out. But let that be part of the focus point, because it has you kind of build your life backwards, where you actually are writing your eulogy first and then working backwards to say, okay, if this is what I want them to say at the end of my life, what do I have to do within my life to do that? And then it looks into a lot of other components of life, from professional to personal to spiritual and all those good things. So take a look at that. I will eventually put in the comments the name of that book. That escapes me, of course, at this moment, as all good things do when you're trying to actually talk about them. Hope everyone has a wonderful week. Please click like and subscribe. And thank you again for watching. Hope everyone has a great day.